It's Joe Garcia on behalf of Garcia MMA. A lot of the questions we get regard boxing. How do I get more power on my punches? How do I get more accuracy on my punches? And where a lot of it comes from is just going back to the basics. So the first thing I'm going to go over is a proper stance. I'm going to be here, okay? I'm slightly angled, okay, because a wide target is an easy target to hit and it prevents a lot of your lateral movement. So I'm slightly angled here. I got my back foot at a 45-degree angle facing out, which is going to make me a little more mobile, and my front foot pointed directly at my striking target. Okay, my elbows are nice and tight. Okay, this not only protects the body, but it helps you to use your hips instead of arm punching. Okay, because when my elbow comes up, that's when your opponent sees the punch coming. You can slip, you can duck, you can counter. My elbows stay real tight, my chin stays down, and I stay relaxed. I'm not tight, trying to cramp up here. I'm real relaxed. Everything's real smooth and fluid. Okay. First punch I'm going to go over is the jab. Okay, the jab is the fundamental for your entire offense. You can't set anything up without the jab. Okay, so I'm here. I'm going to maybe throw a couple of these out, just feel them out. Then I pop. Okay, notice how I take a step when I jab. This is what covers the distance. Okay, I put my hip into it, I take a step, elbow stays tight, and my fist twists at the last minute. I don't twist on my way there like a karate strike. I twist at the last minute. That's what the last of that torque from your hip comes from. And it's got to be real smooth and real stiff. Stiff jabs. Okay. Second strike I'm going to cover is the cross. Okay. When I throw my cross, it's the same thing. I'm using all hips. My elbow does not come up. Okay. I'm here. Okay. Your opponent can see this coming. This is going to take your angle off base. It's going to make the distance from point A to point B longer. It's real. It's right here. Boom. My right hand stays up. Okay, this is going to prevent the inside hook, the slip and counter, the uppercut. Everything's right here. Notice how my back foot doesn't come off the ground when I throw this cross. It twists, almost like I'm stomping out a cigarette butt, but it doesn't come off the ground. So there's your cross. So we got your jab and your cross. Everything's tight. I'm looking at my target. I never want to take my eyes off my target because that's where you're going to get countered and knocked out. Okay. Next punch is your hook. Okay, cover the jab, cover the cross. Next up is this hook, and this is why this stays tight. Because if I bring it down here, I got to bring it all the way back up, and now I'm arm punching. Jab, cross, hook. Notice how I turn my hips. Everything turns, and the same with the front foot. It turns like I'm stomping out a cigarette butt. This gives me maximum power. Okay, here, here, here. Okay, my elbow, my hand is very important. I don't go too wide. I don't go too tight. 90-degree angle. Right here, almost like I'm stirring a big soup kettle. Okay, my hand here, I don't throw it like this. Okay, if I land with these two knuckles, I'm going to break my hand. This is how guys get boxing fractures. I turn it in. Okay, if you want to do this at home, take it. Okay, look at your bicep. Turn your fist in and look at how much of your arm you use. This is where your maximum power comes from. Here. And I turn my whole body into it. Okay, jab, cross, hook. Right hand stays high. Always, whichever arm you're attacking with, the opposite one stays high to prevent the counters. And I come right back. And it's important that you always come back to your stance before you begin the next punch. Here, here, here. I don't get sloppy with it. Okay. Next punch is your basic uppercut. Okay, jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Okay, same thing. Elbow stays tight. I use my hips. I turn my foot, okay? I don't throw my uppercut like this. I don't use my shoulder, okay? This is dropping it. This is leaving my chin exposed. I'm not using my hips. I'm using my shoulder, my arm. I'm trying to muscle this punch, and it's very predictable. I use movement. Because keep in mind, when we're sparring, when we're competing, we're moving a lot. We're setting everything up with movement. Boom! There's that uppercut. I use movement. I keep my elbow tight. I don't drop back here. My fist never leaves my chin. Okay? I don't need to drop on it. It's useless. Here, I dip, and I bring my elbow up with my hip, and I shoot it off my hip. Boom. Right here. Elbow stays tight. So, we've covered the stance, and we've covered our 4 basic punches. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut.